Joining us now from Senate Judiciary, Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn. Senator, thank you so much for joining us tonight and helping us out tonight. You were at the hearing today. Can you tell us more about this? This comes off as a political abuse and misuse of power. There are a lot of constitutional problems here.
There are indeed constitutional problems, and I think also when you look at the fact that the Biden administration had a habit of going in and weaponizing federal agencies. That is what you are seeing. And this is, again, another example of what they were doing. And I've got to tell you, to me, today, you had the Democrats, they were complaining that Kash Patel didn't want to move the FBI into Van Hollen's district and didn't want that in his budget. And they were complaining that he was putting some of the agents out in the field to actually do some of the investigative work that they are hired to do, because they want them in a big, beautiful building. They want them here in D.C. They want them behind a desk. And you need to be out and about in order to do law enforcement work. But they don't want that. What they like to do is say, we're in charge and we can weaponize federal agencies to achieve our goal.
So it's interesting. That's what your assessment there is really interesting, because FBI agent Tim Tebow started Arctic Frost. He's been accused of being anti-Trump, and he was looking into the 2020 case, again used as a foundation for Jack Smith's case. But Tebow is accused of later stretching and expanding the case without proper predication, possibly violating FBI protocols. He later left the FBI after he posted anti-Trump content in social media. So can you please put that all together for us?
Well, what you have is an individual agent who is there within the agency. They are trying to please the higher ups, if you will, and are looking for ways that they can use federal resources in order to target a political opponent. So they go about setting up Arctic Frost. They go about trying to pull information from different groups, build that web of relationships, associations, affiliations. Now, that goes fine for them, they think, until such time as they are no longer in charge, or when Congress starts to ask questions about what has happened with some of this activity. And at that point, you see these people start to try to hide in the high grass, and they are trying to run for cover, and they're trying to get out of there before they get blamed, because they don't want their reputations ruined. But as long as they have leadership that thinks it's a good thing to weaponize a federal agency, Liz, they're going to do that. And that is what you saw in the Biden administration, and that is what you have seen some of these individuals who have been dismissed or either have resigned to actually try to do.
Senator Marsha Blackburn, thank you so much for helping us out with that story.
You got it.
It's great to see you again, Senator.